Hi, high performer. I so love seeing you here. Today, let us talk about how you can create more time freedom using the dream work method. This is Maria Linden, mentor and high performance coach, helping you to reach success and fulfillment. Right now, me and my team, we are just in the middle of creating the online course Time Mastery and Efficiency in 5 weeks for female entrepreneurs. And I just love all these tools, and I wanted to share one of them with you. And since you've been a child, you've probably been trained in, it's like a work week is like 40 hours or 50 hours or, whatever. But it's just like a standard that you actually work a lot and that you work hard. But I don't believe that you have been put on this earth only to work or to exhaust yourself. I do believe, of course, in work that is aligned, that is joyful, that is inspirational, and that makes a difference. But I also believe that it is important for you to have a freedom in life because you have been created free, and I want you to be able to experience this freedom in your life and in your business. So today, let us talk about the dream work method then. What is that? Okay, so instead of having a schedule for your work week that just says, for example, work, 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 you know the drill. I want you to start designing your week very intentionally. And I want you to start with the things that make you happy, the things that energizes your body, that fuels you with energy, that gives nutrition to your body, like all of these things, like your health, your physical health, your mental health, your spiritual health, and your well-being. So start by blocking out time for this in your calendar. So I would like for you to bring up the calendar, just like when you were a child and hopefully you went to school, you had like these different like subjects and classes and so on. And I want you to do the same thing here. But remember here that you are the designer. You are the one who is deciding on what to put in this calendar and what to take action on. So that is why I would like for you to create one version that is 1 year and later on. So one dream work week that is 1 year from now. And then also one that is, for example, 3 years from now. So you have two versions. The first one is phase one. The other one is phase two. And as I mentioned here, the trick, my friend, is to start with the things that brings you quality in life. So put in those things first. And of course, like in the version that is for 1 year, you might not say, for example, I'm not going to work at all, or, it's like, I'm just going to work like 50%. Instead, you might say, you know what, right now I am working like more than full time. I would like to just work, for example, like 80% or 90%, like also several of our members and clients have learned how to do to free up this time. But you also need to take it step by step. So even though I speak about miracles, you also need to give yourself permission to be able to allow this to come into form also. So one version, 1 year from now. And then, of course, you will also be the designer who will add also and block time for different types of tasks. So both the work-related tasks, especially, but also other commitments and so on. But this you will add after you have already added, for example, time for your morning routine, hopefully your morning meeting, for example, your weekly CEO meeting on Fridays or, whenever you have them. And also, for example, like longer lunches, perhaps some certain days, or for example, like leaving early on Friday, or for example, taking Monday off. But this is up to you. So you need to start with this. Because what happens here is something really exciting and brilliant. It is that your brain is going to start looking for solutions for how to create this. And also, when it's in your calendar, and this is the notifications you get, and this is the reminders you get, like your your ego is also going to say like, well, okay, this is what I'm supposed to do. So it also helps you to actually build your dream and to create more time, freedom for yourself, and be able to live a more happy and free and joyous life. Also, when it comes to your business, when you are being more intentional about how much or little you want to work, you will also start designing and setting up systems, solutions, and also start delegating in a different way in order to make this possible. So you can, of course, also go into this with a little playful approach, which sometimes actually makes the process easier because then it's not so serious and you have to like crush it. And, it's like instead you just like, let's do a very exciting and fun experiment now, like this coming year. And what I also want you to remember here is that even if it would be, for example, like 10 things that you say, this is like my dream work week. Like the first year, you might, for example, be able to make two of these things come true. And you know what? That is just amazing. If you said, for example, I am so exhausted when the weekend comes because I've been working so hard the entire week. I would like to leave early on Fridays. I would like to stop working, for example, like after lunch. And this is what you have achieved after this year. It's like, congratulations. And the beautiful thing here is also that once you have learned how to do this with one thing, you will be able to use the same method for the other things as well. So just continue step by step, stay dedicated, stay loving toward yourself and to your dream. And the beautiful thing here is that both you will grow and also your business will grow. And it's just going to be a wonderful experience for you. And you are going to see results if you stay dedicated. So this is my advice for you, to really design and draw up your dream work week. And then you make a commitment to yourself and you start by allowing first priority one, for example, or like one of these things. Perhaps you start with a simple thing to just come into place. So for example, if you start to say, I would love to have 1 hour every morning to go to the gym. You might, for example, start with, for example, these 5 minutes in the live gym and just start having 5 minutes to yourself in the morning. And with this, it's going to grow. So just know and trust this. You have all the possibilities and everything you need in order to create and design and manifest your dream work week. So I really, really hope that this inspires you and also helps you to start questioning certain things that society has taught you, and instead start thinking about how do you want to live and design your life and your business. Let us now, as always, summarize what we have been covering in today's training. So when you want to create more time freedom for yourself in your life and in your business, you can use my method called the Dream Work Week. Here you will draw up the week the way you would like it to be in, for example, a year and also in 3 years. And then you will start taking action on allowing one thing after the other to fall into place. Not everything at the same time, but start with one thing. So there you have it, my friend. And to give you also, of course, like a little inspiration and a concrete example. This method, the first time when I started to use this, I was running around everywhere, having meetings with people, it's like daytime, nighttime, whenever they wanted to. And then I said, it's like, it would be wonderful if people could come to me into my office instead on, for example, Tuesdays and Thursdays. And the amazing thing that happened was that this is exactly what happened. Because that was the times that were available in my calendar. Those were the times that I offered to other people. And those were the times they selected and said yes to. So all of a sudden, choop, this was a reality. And I just noticed the power of this. And I started to do this and implement this more and more and more in my life and in my business. And everything changed. So these are some of the tools, tips, and methods that we are teaching our members and our clients in the online membership and the ones who have our courses and trainings on time mastery and efficiency. Sending you so much love. Really, really start designing your work week now, the dream version of it. And if you like this tip, make sure to ding, 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 subscribe to the channel. And also go to www.lindenmaria.com and sign up for my newsletter. Because that means I can send you my latest training video with tips just like this one. Plus also some special gifts, secrets, and bonuses that I only share with you in email. With all my heart, may this serve you. And remember this, you have the power to change the world. By choosing love over fear, you can and will create miracles in your life and in your business.